Good morning, everyone. How is everyone on this day after Christmas? Hope you're doing well. It is not typical Christmas weather here. It's in the 60s, so that's kind of different. Good morning, Mr. TC Blades, Mr. Robin, Mr. Nick, Mr. Pete. Hope you gentlemen are doing great this morning. I myself am doing wonderfully. It is Friday, and I'm kind of burnt out on the drop point for the most part. So I have decided that we will talk about funky, freaky knives today. And what's the weirdest you've got? Do you like weird ones? We'll go try to find some weird ones. And etc., etc., etc. I need to fix my camera. There we go. Camera straight. And let's talk about what I took to work last night. So I did not take any of those four, but I did take my Vertilock Kunwu. First one I bought. I hope they fixed that cutout right there on their Vertilock knives. It does not have enough access. You can see if I place this one in the exact same place, put this one even closer to the middle, you will see the difference. You cannot access the the release easily. You can access it easily, just not as easily. And it makes it where it feels like you're really pointing your finger in there to get to it. It's so little, they probably couldn't even make one of those little buttons to help. Little 3D printed buttons. But I had that in my front pocket. Morning, Ed. Morning, drummer. And I had my Anthem in my back pocket. Yeah, did anybody get any knife presents for Christmas? Sure some of you did. I myself didn't really. I'm always getting knives, so every day feels like Christmas. I did get 2 refunds for knives that are lost, so that's no good. Yeah, TC, we figured you did. You have a knife family. Seem to always be getting knives. What did you get for Christmas, specifically? Did your wife buy you something special? Or did you buy yourself something, or? I guess if you buy yourself a gift, it still counts, huh? Morning, William. There was a guy selling a couple of Adams this morning on Knife Swap. I did not grab one because they were not titanium. And I don't imagine I could get one that would feel any better than this one in G10. Wow, that one's loose. Yep. Feels like a real one. Gotta shake it to death. Alright, so funky, freaky knives. We're going to try to find some to look at today that are wild. Y'all have any suggestions, please give them to me. And if y'all got any knives you want to look at, as always, just post it in the chat. Morning, Andrew. Oh yeah, William. Yeah, we look. That's a nice knife. I like the way it looked. Drummer got his dad a Swiss Tech flipper with carbon fiber inlay. It's pretty nice. You got a flex shaft rotary toolkit, cool. And flex shaft hanging grinder. Okay. Not sure exactly what that is, but I've got one of the flex shaft toolkits. If I had a nice desk to set at and do that kind of work, it would probably come in more handy than just where I have to work. I need to make me a knife desk, a knife working desk. I've more got like a music studio desk and an office type desk. Need to make me one that I'm not afraid. I need to build one out in the garage that I can sit at, hook up some cameras, do some mod work. We looked at Swiss Techs the other day for Sever. Swiss Tech Outdoors. No, we went to. There was another site that had their knives. We looked at all of them. We probably ran right past it. But let's go check it out again and see if we can find the one with carbon fiber. Yeah, that's the one Sever likes. Aha! Did you get him a Barlow double folder? Oh no, you said flipper with carbon fiber inlay. Flipper with carbon fiber. Aha! I found it. That's a sharp looking knife. Yeah, that's a sharp looking knife. I got to it before you even told me, drummer. You got another GT Buster? Dang you, Andrew. How'd you find that one? And a Koenig pin. Yeah, that's a classy little Swiss Tech. Os 8. Yeah, that's a cool little knife. Good son. Alright, funky knives. I'm going to type in funky knives. See what we get. Cool, unique, and stylish pocket knives. Gerber gear. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. I see some ugly. We can watch some videos. Let's look up art knives. Somebody give me, let's start off with some kind of funky knife. Oh, I want to go look up that pen. Koenig. I can't spell. Pen. Aha. PDQ. PQD. Wow. It's a pricey pen. PQD. I guess it's the G1 is all I got, really. He's talking about your GT Buster and a pen, Andrew. Robin, that sounds like a great Christmas. Just hanging out. Go out for a good meal. I went out for brunch with my mother to a place here called Metro Diner. It's really good. I got chicken and waffles. And the chicken and waffles is pretty good. Yeah, I like that pen. Very, very plain looking. Just enough milling, huh? Oh, that's nice. The clip's nice. Yeah, that one does match the pen. It's that gold foil you like so much, Robin. Yeah, I don't know if it's a chain, TC. It might be. I know this place has been there a while. Let me see if it's a Metro Diner. Aha. Locations. They do have a lot more, maybe. Nope. They've only got, huh. Find locations. Shows there's only one. I think it's a different place, but maybe it's not. About us. Since 1992. Oh, first location. Yeah, I guess they do have multiple ones. It's the same one, I'm sure. Nice. I didn't know they were a chain. It is good, though. So, real quick update, and I'm sure some of you will be happy. New models. Yeah, it started in Florida. New models of the Dixon from Lemifshi are coming soon. And they have much better milling pattern than that crazy airplane one. The ad says they started in Jacksonville. Yep, they started in Jacksonville. But yes, three new versions from Lemifshi. We'll I'll look at that short in just a minute, William. Can't even talk this morning. But yeah, they talk about they were on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's good. Find your local diner. Looks like they've won some awards. Yeah. All right. Mr. Williams sent us a link to look at. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool, William. Get it good. Yeah, that's a cool looking little knife. Yeah, super cool. And then, whoops. What was that first one? Oh, there we go. That's a cool knife. Oh, by the way, the Lemifshi one is going to have customizable backspacers. Or it's going to have a backspacer. Going to have something about backspacers. And then here's the Dark Star. Again, from the guy at Vulcan Knives, which makes very nice knives according to Fred the Lug, and should charge more and used to charge less. We've looked at his site numerous times and I love his work. But this Dark Star does look nice. What did I say? Did I say Dark Star? I don't know. Morning, Cliff. Paul, good morning, sir. All right. Oh, I got something cool to tell y'all. We got to do a little bit of a sleuthing. Oh, there's a Kubey I like down here too. This slip joint Kubey seems really cool. I like that slip joint. It's a pretty cool looking knife. Be careful, dude. Yeah, that knife looks cool. I like the milled version. Really quick though. Oh, there's an up close of the anodizing. So the color is better than in the pictures. The whole thing actually looks better. It's not all pixelated. That was a terrible picture they took. So that looks a lot better than I thought. The way that picture made it look was all dotty. Yeah, that looks way better. Yeah, sacrum is how they say backspacer. That's how it converts. That means back, I think. I was trying to get down here to it. There's another pic up close of it. Yeah, it looks way better in real video. All right, well, I'm happy to see that. Yeah, so he shows right here the backspacer that they're gonna have. Detachable backspacer. Yeah, we looked at these yesterday, Robin. I feel like I'm having deja vu. Yeah, we looked at the Celestials yesterday. Christopher got one, or somebody had one out for delivery. The entity. Yeah, somebody was getting one delivered. It wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago, I guess. It seemed like it was yesterday, but that's the version whoever got one got. Yeah, it's no big deal, Robin, but yeah, we like it. I like it. Um, so I got a message from Lemifshi's people. Um, they had asked for a few knives, and I asked them why they hadn't done like the rain or um the other. My goodness. Uh, I'm having a blank. Who did I just get a knife from? What did I just buy? I bought a rain. They make a rain and oh my goodness, it's gonna drive me nuts. Um, ah, Reyne. The price. Why they didn't ever copy any of his designs? The Dawn and the Rain. I was like, why haven't y'all made one of those? And so I found out. This is a quote from him. Who is the OEM for these? First, we need to know that. Best Tech. All right. So this is straight from him. And let me find it. Forgot which store I was talking to him on. Man, I should have taken the message. All right. It's got to be in my other account. Hold on. All right, messages. All right. Here's what he said. So, I think we might have just figured out who makes these knives. Because this is what he said. Hold on. Sorry. I was having to do a bunch of stuff. Alright, so this is what he said to me. He said, "Hello, friend. We have received information. This knife, Rain, is produced by our domestic brand as an OEM product. So we are unable to manufacture it. Thank you." So whoever Best Tech subbed out to make the Rain is who makes the same knives as Lemipshi. So the same OEM makes the Dawn and the Rain and the Lemipshi knives. Ed, I know you always say that, but I did get an email back from Best Tech about all the machinery and stuff that they have personally, so I don't know. Very interesting, though. That he said is produced by our domestic brand as an OEM product. So that's weird. But cool to know that it's made with the same quality or close. I'm sure it's lower tier. But who knows who Best Tech picks at what time? They're shucking and jiving and rubbing elbows with everybody, so they probably got multiple facilities. Yeah, Pete. I mean, it is kind of like that. Yeah, I don't know. I know they do good work. That's for sure. Uh, yeah, and I don't know. Pretty wild to think about. We're getting closer and closer to learning the truth. I've got too many nice knives in my nice knife case. So something's got to go because the Kunwu has got to go back in there. So I think the next chopping block is going to be the Tempest. I think that one's getting pulled. This is way better than this, so you know. I think the next That's not bad if you're the worst. If this is the worst knife out of 90, that's a pretty good case. Yeah, I lost 2 knives. I lost that FSD and little that Damascus one. The found out it's called the not the rattlesnake, copperhead. It's called the Rexford Copperhead, maybe. Yeah, it's a version of the Copperhead, but it's a custom. All right, Rexford Copperhead. It's kind of like this one, but anyway, I lost that one. Oh, you got the new fin rear? That's awesome, Pete. Uh, but yeah, that Rexford, that one got lost in the mail, and it sucks because they don't have any problem giving your money. I mean, refunding your money, but I want the knife. I wanted the knife, but it really is lost now. So I will have to order another one, I guess. I like this version way better than the one we just looked at. Yeah, that knife does look pretty nice. I paid like 130 something for it with a code, so I wasn't happy about losing it. But it's a version of that one. Can't find the exact one it was made from, but good morning, Be Shady. All right, we got to look at some funky knives. Somebody throw out a funky knife we need to look at. Good morning, Sever 7. Crazy wild folding knives. Uh, crazy, crazy Russian hacker. I haven't watched a video from that guy forever. I haven't seen the crazy Russian hacker dude forever. Man, he does so many videos for Amazon reviews now. All right, what do we got next? Oh yeah. All right, we all know what that one is. Well, that's dangerous. Well, that's a weird stick your. That's a wild push your finger. That's for. I don't even want to say what that knife makes me think about. Oh, that's the auto. Oh, no, that's. Why? All right. Enough of the crazy Russian hacker. I haven't seen him in a while, but oh yeah, the banana stabana. Yeah, that's definitely a crazy knife. Um, what else are we looking at? No, I don't have any knives with whatever S5 steel is. Huh? Yeah, the alien. I will agree. The alien is a, but that's a beautiful knife. I get. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't get much more funky. Especially with the serrated blade. Uh, yeah, the one with the serrated blade is wild. I would have to get that if I got that knife. I mean, that's pretty wild. I've often said a lot of people should start a the Thor 7 is kind of cheap right now. I like the Thors too. Good morning, WDD. Oh, I know they are. Yeah, that's what. There's a crazy looking knife. They got some great. They got some crazy ones. I still don't. I still want one of these. I think. I don't know why. I think that's about as tame of a weird Reich that I can handle personally, like as a user. Um, it's not wild enough to be a Reich, though, in my opinion. Uh, I mean, if I'm gonna buy a Reich, why not buy a wild one? But I like that one for some reason. And I still like the Cyber Tricks. I'll never not like the Cyber Tricks in the plane. Reich was a good site to come to. If you want to see some funky knives. Look at the one with. Wow. Pretty wild. $1504A is another one that I like. What is the Viper 3? Weird looking one. Whoops. Wow, sold out, 175. What are they? I'm sure they're sold out on here too. Where did you see them for cheap? 164 bucks before they sold out. $156 there before they sold out. The Vault Decommissioned Designs. We've seen one of these. Somebody made one of these one day. We looked at. I can't remember who that was. That was pretty cool. Shopify. You can't click on any of these. Their links aren't working. Wonder why that is. Won't let you click on anything. When you try to go to the only link on there, it takes you to just the Shopify page. Huh. I don't know what we were supposed to be checking out there, but I would have probably paid that for it. Knife Country. That means you can get one for $100 on or even less on Knife Swap. Wonder what the last Thor 7 show fewer posts like this. Whoops. Keep typing 8 when I mean 7. 2 months ago, 135. Yeah, it wouldn't let me go anywhere on the shop. Oh, you mean the regular shop? Oh, okay. Huh. That detent bar is pretty cool. Y'all see the little detent bar? Man, this website's doing some weird stuff, though. Yeah, that little detent bar is pretty cool. LC2, it's got the LC200 blade steel. Pretty cool. Boy, Kilo has some funky knives. Boy, Kilo blade. Check out what they got. The Carmen, still pretty cool looking. Andrew, yeah, that looked like dragon skin. The Rietveld. Good old South African blade steel. Somebody posted one that's on AliExpress with fake, oh yeah, GTK for sure. With fake dragon skin now. They got like laser dragon skin on AliExpress now. Damascus folding knife. They got one now with fake dragon skin. Yeah, here it is. Look at this fake laser etched pattern of some type. It's definitely not dragon skin. Yeah, I'll tell you what, my Sickere is sick feeling. It feels very good. I've got both the light and the regular version, but this light one for $100 when they were on sale. I mean, for I guess it's I mean, you cannot beat this knife for $100, and it is a great knife. I don't know where my other one is. Yeah, I do. But yeah, the $100 for this with this blade steel and this action, cannot beat it. Shout out Gecko Customs. About dropped that one. I did some juggling. This is a nice knife. I think the next ones that go out of the case to make room for other ones will be let's see. It'll probably be my my Bridgeports or something. I thought they were already out of here. No. I guess this one will be like one of the next ones. And this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. I think these will be the next ones that leave the case. But I don't know because I've got my inexpensive Devo is in there too, but it's right next to the Buzz and then the Chaser. So I don't know, those three have got to go. Looks like the place is on fire. Good grief. But yeah, that fake dragon skin is something else. No telling what they'll try to come up with that. Hey, there's the Alpha Hunters on sale. They got a black one. Still got the Nutter Butter. Huh. I've not seen the DLC one. It's $9 more. Oh yeah, that's another weird looking knife, William. What's Golden Design Works coming out with next? Pete? I still got to get a caliber. Uh, What are they coming out with next? The Slim? Oh, they already got that. What is the Nugget? I hadn't seen some of their newer stuff. See you later, Andrew. Thanks for being here. Yeah, y'all smash that like. I've just got, the only one I've got is the standard. That's the only Golden Design Works I have currently. And I like it. It's a nice knife. I got it from the same guy I got the Sickeray from. Yeah, the standard front flipper on this is super easy. I'm not sure why it has that corner cut out when it doesn't have a flipper tab. That's the only thing that's kind of weird to me. I guess it's to keep the look of the end down there. I don't know. Weird. Feels like it should have a flipper tab. But it's got that forward choil that I love. They followed that line perfectly. I guess they seem to do that on most of their knives. Yeah, I don't know if I should get rid of the 3 Devos out of the case first, or the Kubey OEMs. Probably the Kubey OEMs. But I like my Bridgeports. They're nice knives. That one has great action. That one has pretty good action. That one I got to shake a little bit. That one you got to shake just a tiny bit. Huh. All right, what are we looking at, Pete? That's 2. Oh, the subcaliber, yeah. That forward choil is always nice. I want the sky blue with the silver blade. Why do I have to buy both of them to get the color and the blade I want? Ugh. The Best Tech TARDIS, the retardis. Yeah, I guess that means that my Tucson what's the guy's name that designs those weird ones? Man, my brain is off this morning. But my big square Tucson looks like that. Morning, Waylon. I can't think the name of the designer I'm trying to think of that makes some weird knives. That made that Tucson. Let me see if I can find it. It should be right here in a box. Actually, it should be right here in a box. And I'm going to be mad when when I realized the name of the designer. But he'll give us a good starting place to find some weird knives, because I know he makes some weird ones. I got this one, and it is Keanu. Yeah, Keanu. That's the. I knew I would remember it. As right as I started to turn it over, I remembered. But that's a weird one. Keanu has some weird designs. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find any of his designs unless I type in Tucson. The 114 he designed, that one's not weird. 358, 409. That one's not too weird. I guess he just makes chunky knives. GTK GTC was making one not long ago that I wondered if he finished. It was one of his. It was on his Instagram. Yep, that's the one right there that I wanted to see finished. There it is. That's a cool knife. I'd give a lot for that knife. What a cool knife. It turned out great. We watched the mechanism with the clip. You rotate to disassemble the whole thing. Push down and rotate there. It pops the spring out. Gotta protect that metal. There it is. There's this little spring. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Love his stuff too. Man, that one's got San Mai too. Oh my goodness, I didn't even grab my coffee. It's been sitting in there just getting cold for an hour and whatever. Hold on. My voice was starting to go hoarse, and I was like, "Where's my coffee cup?" And I didn't even grab it out from under the coffee machine. Thank goodness it's in a Yeti. It's cold, but still warm enough to drink. And you can tell I'm a coffee drinker by the way my Yeti looks. It's disgusting. I've got a few weird Tucsons. That one's weird for me. I don't normally buy knives like that. And then this one's weird for me. Same thing. I don't normally buy it. And that one got a mark on it like instantly. Something happened to that one. I'm going to have to bead blast this one and redo it, which won't bother me none. But that's a weird one. And this one's really weird. Doesn't have the best of action either. Yeah, Chin does make some wild knives. David Chin. Hey Pete, I saw you did an ano on your Tucson. What voltage was that? Around 63? 59? What was the voltage you used? Somewhere between there, right? Between 59 and 63? This knife has such good action. Nick got a ZT 55. Yeah, that's a pretty wild knife. Talk about a blade hole. That one definitely has a blade hole. Y'all saw that weird knife of mine, which is probably the weirdest I have. Which is... That's not the right store. Where's the right store? Give me the full version. Why is it giving me the stupid mobile version? Oh my God. Can I take out the M and do anything about it? Still gonna give me the mobile store. Oh, gave me the full size. Alright. That knife like down here somewhere, is it sold out? It might be sold out. Oh, there it is. That's probably my funkiest knife right now. Thank you, Pete. I thought it might have been 63, but 64. And of course, our power supplies are going to be a little different. So mine might get it at 63. Not bad. Not bad of a guess, huh? I've done a little bit, and so there's only so many colors you can do. Kind of gets to a point where you're like, I'm going to try this and see what it looks like, but Co-Bunny, you're really hooked on cold steel, huh? You know, there are lots of other knife brands out there, more premium. I'm surprised you didn't get into anything else. Like, went straight from cold steel to swords. I'll tell you what, man, there's something special about this knife. And I ordered another one because I want to shatter the illusion. I want to get another one and there be something wrong with it, and then I just know I got a fluke. Because if I literally buy another one and it's as good as this one, it's going to be hard for me to recommend anything else. But man, there's just something about this knife. And I haven't quite figured it out. It's the thinness matched with the flatness. And the length, it all just fits together. It fits perfect in your hand. It's so solid. Like, I mean, you just can't understand how solid it feels. Such a wild knife. I never thought I would like that knife. Never thought I would like it. And it's steadily become my favorite back pocket knife. Morning, Audio-itis. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with these 4 knives. Got to find a case for them. I've got an extra case somewhere around here that I threw over here. It was empty. I thought I did. I had to have, but I don't see it now. What else are we going to look at today? Wish I knew where that little case was. I would put these knives up. I got Sunday, I get a delivery of all those new mats for the background, so that'll be cool. I'm kind of tired of these. Aha! I found that case. But after you use these a while, yeah, this is a good one. I'm going to put these 4 knives that I built. So they pull apart. This little seam comes out. I thought this one was messed up. These middle seams come out every now and then when you put too big of knives in here. So it's better to not put giant knives in these things. But I should be able to get these in here with no problem. So these will at least have a home and can go off the desk. I can put them with their respective brands, but they're kind of cool because I did them all 4 for the same reason, the same week. So I think I'll leave them by themselves for a little while. So yeah, those will go in there for now. This one's got to find a new home because it got kicked out of the nice knife case. Probably should put it with my Kubeys if I have room. I am glad to see there's another Lemifshi's coming out with the Dixon soon. And I guess for now, wow, that one fell out. Yeah, I dropped that case yesterday. I wanted to check it because I knew I dropped it on its side. I usually try to be more careful with this case. You can't even see the other side, but that's over there. This is just a random one I got multiples of. But for now, I'll put the Tempest in here. Yeah, I gotta start selling some of these duplicates. Especially since I'm getting more in. Alright, table is cleared. Except for that one. And all the other ones that are laying over here. I need to carry my shortcut more too. It's such a good little box knife. And it's super fun. And it's just a cool looking little thing. I might front pocket this knife today. Uh-oh. Made it to the front pocket. I gotta figure out what to do about the channel knife also. Need to get it. I don't want any swords, Co-Bunny. I'm not into swords. And I definitely don't want to sell half my knives. All right. Let me see what else we can think of to look at here. Funky, freaky knives. What have I seen? What have I seen? I know. We can go to that art knife show. And we can go look at one of these makers. Once we find something pretty funky. Or we could go watch a video on YouTube, somebody making a funky knife. Like, what's his name? $20,000 knife. Royer. We could go watch Kyle Royer make something crazy. This karambit he did was pretty wild. I watched that video. Most of it. Him doing all the engraving was pretty wild. He sat down at his engraving. Let's see if we can see that. Maybe this wasn't the one where he sat down at his bench. Yeah. Oh yeah, here it is. Where he did that. Maybe it's right here. No. Where's that engraving part? I don't know where he did the. Oh, right here. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, where he did all the. This is pretty cool right here. Uh, he's t- so he takes. Watching him do the engraving's pretty cool. But he makes all these little channels, and then he takes and he has to make little places for the gold to like hook into. Yeah, it's Velcro. Like he makes little like it's so cool. He gets the microscope shot, but he makes these little hooks so that the inlay will grab hold of it. But you can see him push up the metal, and he makes row after row after row of these. And then he comes back the other direction. And those, he said he can't see. Uh, yeah, watching him do this is super cool. It's peaceful too. Seeing him cut off the corners, pretty wild. You don't want to waste that stuff. 18, 24 karat gold wire. He doesn't want to overlap much. I'm sure he collects all the sand. He reclaims it after he's done. Because him sanding it right here, that's cringe. Man, I guess when you got that much money, you can just throw gold off in the floor. But I would probably have my own little area to do the gold sanding. But yeah, he does all that, and then he assembles the knife, and here's what it turns out to be. But anyway, that's pretty cool to watch. Love watching his stuff. All right. Well, that was cool. Kyle Royer and his dad do great work. Yeah, he has time to work. I mean, he spends a lot of time on those knives, and they fetch a pretty penny. But watching his dad make knives all his life, I guess he grew up with the skills to do it. Well, all right, guys. It is the day after Christmas. Getting closer to New Year's Eve. Are y'all doing anything special on New Year's Eve? What knives are y'all getting in this week? On Monday, I'm supposed to get quite a few. I should get 3 or 4 knives on Monday. Next week we will do more drop point, new drop stuff. If y'all think of anything you want to look at or talk about between now and then, please let me know. If you haven't joined the Discord, please do so. Gonna do some streams, some live streams on the Discord here soon. Get a bunch of us in there to show some knives, so that should be pretty fun. Need to figure out a way to broadcast that, so we do the Discord call live on the channel. That would always be awesome. Such a great little knife. I gotta get a fullback, Vosteed fullback, because I got the H-back and I like it, so I need to get the fullback. I've carried this little fixed blade more than any other knife ever, more than any other fixed blade ever. I've got it set up for scout carry. It carries very nicely. In fact, I'm about to put it on again today. I used to wear it constantly, and I need to start wearing it again, because I would get into stuff with it that I wouldn't get into with my nicer folding knives. Well, I just cut myself with it, trying to put it on sitting down. So that was nice. That's going to bleed pretty heavily. Just got myself good right there with it. Not a big deal. A Band-Aid and some tissue will fix it. It didn't go very deep. It's going to start bleeding quickly here in a second, though. I don't even have a Band-Aid handy. I do have some Neosporin handy. Well, yep, it's about to start dripping. So, I don't have anything to wipe it off with handy. Yep, it's running now. Hold on, let me get a paper towel here. At least. Alright, now I got blood everywhere. Yay! War wound at the end of the video. No big deal. It's a little cut. It's not that bad. I mean, it's going to start. If I don't get something on it, it'll keep bleeding, but no big deal. Anyway, guys, hope y'all have a great Friday and a super great weekend. I'm going to wind this one on down and get a Band-Aid put on this. Sure y'all will see the Band-Aid tomorrow. I don't think it'll heal by tomorrow. But Like I said, no big deal. It happens. I'm lucky I don't get cut more often. I haven't had a cut in a few months now. I see some other knife people that seem to always have a cut here or there. I seem to not be prone to that very often. If I wasn't trying to put it on while it slipped out of the, I was trying to go around two pieces of belt where my belt was doubled over and I couldn't get this open, and I was wiggling this and it just barely, I had my hand up under here. Anyway, it barely came out of the sheath and cut me a little bit. My fault. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Later. Peace.